This map is pretty good for high infantry dense builds. So that's exactly what we're going to be going for. And then you know what? I think I will just do this. Gonna get our second caster out. They're gonna be great. I'm gonna capture these points a little slower, but that's totally fine by me, because we're going for that long con. Fermented fungi, tormented sword, spite of the bad moon. None of those are really good versus this composition. We got okay, just a melee attack booster, so I don't have to worry about my formation very much. All in all, this is pretty good. And we're just kind of sitting back and relaxing. I want to keep pace with the units they have. So they have very little to actually get into a backline, which is why we're getting these guys. They give a +5 melee defense plus leadership effect. They're basically like a Grail relic. And indeed, my opponent did go for the Stone Troll meta, which is very popular, but the trolls don't like getting shot at this much. This is a very, very shooty build. And while stone trolls are obviously very strong, they're much better against kite builds. And that is not what this is. So I'm feeling decently comfortable right now. I just have to hope that my front line actually holds. Rugloods will obviously melt their faces off. And it's all about just making sure that we can actually hold the front line, and that means a whack load of infantry. Unfortunately, I don't have more spears. These 2 silver are all I have, which will make life a little bit more difficult. And there's going to be a lot of goblins being summoned in, but if he doesn't have more trolls, that's pretty good for him. One great thing is Oceanids. When we plan to melt the faces off of them trolls, or, I mean, the archers, the Oceanids will do really well. Yet more gobos. They're all over. But can my opponent get this capture point? There's going to be a bit of a build-up phase, as both sides just get as many units onto the battlefield as they can. This is not a huge disadvantage for me. I have a lot of magic that I can dump out at the beginning. I'm gonna bring this lady up so that she can provide capture weight, and it's actually pretty important that I don't lose the capture weight when the fighting gets started. So I should actually scoot up just a smidge. Just a smidge though, I don't need to be that aggressive. We're just going to go like this, make it a little awkward to wrap around. And then what I can do is I can start casting some foul magic. Have to just be very careful here that he doesn't surprise rush me, but if I can get like some good burning heads here, maybe we'll be good. I have a lot of extra magic just kind of hanging around. And will this be dodged? I don't know. It's 300 gold goblin. They were looking away. They get hit by a pretty nasty burning head. Getting a good amount of damage early on. Question is, will those be desummoned? I guess we'll see. Let's just get more Oceanids and just keep hunkering down. Magic is good. Pretty good damage. Unlike my opponent, well, my opponent can't really spend their magic as quickly as I can, not in a kiting measure anyways. So this should be fairly comfortable. Especially if I can get the Rugloods down. We're just gonna move up with the archers a bit, maybe poke around. Just gonna chuck that out while they're shooting. That's gonna hurt pretty bad. As it just, yep, follows the Rugloods. Ouch, bro. That's pretty painful. This little wee mage is farming the value. Already 600. Just pretty nice. Yeah, that really messed up the Rugloods bad, didn't it? Very good. So overall, not terrible. There's going to be a lot of boar boys on the flank. Oceanid should be fairly good at stopping them. Gonna maybe chuck out another spell. Right on top of them gobos. Like I said, I have like infinity magic right now. And this little early poking will just offer me a good amount of early game advantage. Just have to be a little careful about the boar boys. But now my opponent has to decide whether or not to de-summon. That'll be quite interesting. Question is, how many boar boys am I going to be dealing with? I imagine quite a few. We're almost at the point where we've summoned all of our units. But what we can do here is I can simply wait a little bit. Just wait. Because if I can hold this point long enough. Also, I can de-summon this lady, actually. That's pretty funny. And then bring her back for more magic. That's pretty jokes. Although I think I'll keep her here for capture weight because it looks like he wants to go in. We're going to get ready for the body blocks. Gonna body block the boar boys like so. We don't know if they actually want to go for a fight yet. But it looks like they do. Huh? Maybe not. Gonna check out a burning head, maybe slow him down a bit. The cavalry's getting beat up pretty bad. I don't know if that's working out for them very well. Yeah, and I can just simply intercept here. Ah, and they actually decide to retreat. That's pretty bad for the boar boys, ain't it? Let's see if I can hound these ones down. Definitely can bring in some rangers now. They're great versus gobos. And then I just gotta stagger the advance a bit. The Rugloods are super far backed up. That's good. We can focus fire the Swamp Things. We force them back off of this point. That's really good. And I think we're just going to, yeah, just keep chucking out magic. Now, obviously, I'm just bullying goblins here. That is nothing too crazy. But as long as I can slow down the advance, I'm happy. Let's make sure the engagements are good. Okay, we have some Reavers in here. Body blocking working pretty well. And without a goblin front line, it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be pretty rough here for my opponent, I presume. It's not like their cavalry is able to get in here, which is very nice for me. Just need to avoid the boar boys. You can see how annoying this composition is, though. You're really just, yeah. Just dealing with a wall of super tanky dudes. This is an anti-kite greenskin build. So it really does not do super well in these circumstances. As you can see, so far my front line's holding pretty well. Gonna need to get some more Reavers here, but this pocket has fallen. Huge. And then we can start jumping these guys. Let's take a look at the flank side. Flank is looking pretty solid. Just need to sub out a few forces is all. Maybe chuck out a flamestorm on these poor gobos. And then just continue to stop the cavalry from being problematic. But I do have a double cap right now. That's glorious. Looking like my guys are doing great. Yo, it's always nice when you're known to be a kite player. When you're known for kiting, and then that one day when you don't kite, and then your opponent just gets completely screwed over. Feeling pretty good. This is an absolute massacre. Though, now that they're on my archers, maybe it gets a little sketchier. But in general, this feels very good for me. We've just completely held, man. Staunch line of spears. Who would have guessed it? Legend of Total War's viewers were correct. And the Oceanids are fairly easy to resummon too. That's kind of nifty. Just have to back up from here. Looking like the archers are doing well, and we didn't even lose the second point. I still have more magic too. Having that early game magic poke worked out very well for us. Very nice. And now we're gonna see a Desperation Lord snipe play. Totally fine by me. But I still have that double cap. Oceanids are almost here too. They're also bullying these cav units. Let's chuck out another one of these just to rout off a couple trolls. I said let's chuck out one of these to kill a couple trolls. Lady got knocked down. There's the Oceanid resummon. The counter to build up is having units you can bring back quickly. Now they did stop my burning head from being cast, but yeah, nah, man. Nah, this is just too strong. And just in time too, because I've used up all my magic. Now, how do I want to do this? I could desummon if I really wanted to, but I think it's fine. We got some savage boys, totally fine by me. Dude, these archers have been alive for a very long time, by the way. That's probably the best part about this. All right, there we go. There's the burning head, and hopefully a rear charge will get them done. A couple braced units here against the charges should work out. The very elite cavalry here is dead. And everything worked exactly as planned. Look at that brace, man. When you brace for a charge, the damage mitigation is crazy. Also, you really didn't have a good use for his rampage this game. It's really nice. Bring the unexpected, and they will fall. Looks like we have a Glade Lord. Gonna Arrows of Kronos my lady, but she's totally fine. So let's just hopefully reveal some Way Watchers. I have a Tempest Caster over here specifically for these flyers, so I'm not too worried at all. Gonna have a Dryad coming in, fine by me. That ain't much of a problem. Hey, I thought she was invisible. You see me still? How'd she get shot, bro?
Shadow warriors. We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Yo, are you really just gonna...
As you say.
For the king! Where I predicted. I cannot fail.
Whoops, took the shot a little too early. We kind of whiffed that one. Can I still nail him though? That's gonna hurt. Unfortunately, I eat a pretty big volley though. Oh my goodness. That was pretty messily played on my end. But we might still be able to get a big amount of damage in. That was a pretty big volley. Okay, I'll take that. Not too bad. I've definitely had better. But getting so much damage in on the Lord so early is always a plus. We've obviously wasted a good amount of ammo, but I think we're okay. I'll just have to desummon, resummon these guys, and I should be good to go. My opponent has microed quite well, though. For themselves. But I think we are A-okay. Pretty good dodge there. And if I'm lucky, I can catch out the cavalry here. So this is a range battle. But in a pure range battle, High Elves should be advantaged. I just need to kind of position myself here. Going to take a pot shot at these dudes. Hey, these guys are still okay. I'm going to keep them around. Nice. Oh, interesting. Now, are these Swift Shiver shards? Okay, they are Swift Shiver shards, so their range is not that good. I should be able to outrange them. Gonna dodge that volley. This is a battle of dodging. So if you keep your SEs kind of parked in between and dodging, it actually makes it much harder for the enemy.
The winds rise.
Oh, another heal drops down.
To battle!
Whoop.
For the Ever Queen.
Ooh, big dodge, big dodge. But yeah, I can burn their ammo while getting free shots on them. So that's basically the plan. Just gotta keep moving up with my boys. Just gotta keep bullying these dudes. Keep dodging. Get the point so that I have more time on my hands.
Forward.
Get another dodge in. So it's quite stressful though. So that's 16 winds of magic. That's a bit too much.
Seeking the
But I still want to get the deeps on that lord there. I don't really care about these spears. They really don't do that much damage. And now that we've pushed back the archers, now my archers can cook. So my opponents played this very well.
my journey continues.
But I believe we are just going to... Oh, geez, my lord. Okay, she's fine. But yeah, I believe we're just going to out-micro them a little bit in the late game. We'll see how it goes exactly. But so far, so good, I would say. It should be a pretty decent cav charge. Right down the pipe. That's another fairly big volley. And now I have my archers all online and operational.
Through me. Archmage
Let's be careful though. So I think I want to pull back for value's sake. Hopefully draw them in. Hopefully get some big volleys on these guys.
Serve the king.
I definitely want to kill this cav unit.
I summon the
So we're just going to net and blitz them. And then use my own cavalry to buy me some time.
Captured one of your victory
Hopefully my lord doesn't get sniped. But by dancing with them constantly, we should be okay. This is a fairly good pushing back of all of the archers. And if they don't have cavalry to support, we're good. But my opponent has now chucked out a net.
great Asturian.
They're playing it well, but I think we still have a leg up. Value trading wise, it says we do. And that's basically all I need. As long as I can keep a couple of my archers alive, we're good. That net has worn off about now. Very nice. And if I'm lucky, maybe the Shem's Burning Gaze can get a big hit. A little bit of misposition. They lined up.
He sends me.
Ooh, and that's going to do a lot of damage to those poor guys. Very nice.
at once.
Very nice. Then we'll get a big volley to kill off the cavalry over there. And now I have a supreme archer advantage. Whoop, my lord, though. She is getting low. But that means she is more tempting. More tempting to snipe. And if I just keep dodging with her,
Following Ethua.
then,
Time to leave.
yeah, I think my opponent's screwed.
Ready.
It'll be very hard to come back from that. Very nice. I can just push up here. Just keep her alive.
Swiftly. Loyal.
Ooh, man, there's a lot of micro. Ouch. Another big shot on her. So you can tell there's definitely some focus fire coming in.
Acknowledged.
I'm gonna need to split my archers too. I'm blobbing a bit.
I am sent.
For Asturian.
But as long as I have this point, I'm fairly comfortable. We do have some cavalry in the cookie jar. Never mind, they got caught. Very unfortunate. I think I want to just keep my lord alive.
By the winds.
I think we got to keep her alive.
Lacoy.
Got to finish off these dryads. And all this here infantry that's on top of me. Unfortunately, my cavalry kind of getting mucked up there. I think, yeah, my micro,
Illyrian reavers.
it could be a little better. I may have been slightly overconfident.
We away.
That dryad's going to be annoying too, but I still have a pretty hefty range advantage.
For Asturian.
Fire aerial. We away.
You have a pretty good range advantage. And if I just keep using my archers here, I'll be okay.
Magic.
Lord's just gonna hide. She'll be okay. There we go. I still have the capture point. That's a very important thing. And you gotta remember, my cavalry is just superior. We just have better cavalry. And that's going to work out fairly well for us. Opponents microing their lord fairly heavily though. And I must say they are actually playing this really well. I think they may have even played it better than me, generally speaking. But this is going to come down to superior high elf cavalry. At least I think so. At least that's what the plan is. This is still actually a little sus. Here comes a big push. A lot of dryads, I must say. We're kind of both in each other's lines. It's a little awkward. But if I keep spamming cav, I'll be okay, I think. Start getting some volleys over here. How's the Lord doing? She's fine. Dryad shouldn't be too great here. I still have a whack load of archers alive and such. We're just gonna stealth this lady. I do still have capture weight. It's close though. It actually is quite close. I can use the Shadow Warriors in melee. Okay, let's get more of these guys. Let's chuck out the net, and then let's just run. Let's just book it. And hopefully my cavalry can have a good time over here. A real scrappy fight we have. Yeah, but he's realized that he's overextended slightly. This high HP Wild Rider unit, I really want to kill. But actually pinning them down for the murderage is going to be a little difficult. I'm going to need to get that net on them. And there's some cavalry over here actually being a little problematic. I think I do want to de-summon these guys. We did get the net off. That's good. Very nice. Jeez, what a fight though. Thank goodness Shadow Warriors are so good in melee though. They'll be able to do great. I think if I bring in one of these guys, fight off the dryads, they'll be perfect. Cavalry's still in though. There's a good chance I still lose this actually. It really depends on how the cav fight goes. That's a pretty decent cav charge over there though. Point is still mine. I will have my lord over here, so we're not gonna lose this point. So tickets should be fairly decent for me. Dang, that one wild rider though, actually kind of cooking. And with the dragon lord support, ooh, that's gonna be pretty nasty actually. I think I may have flubbed it. We're running out of ammunition. Look at this guy, Wood Elf versus High Elf Master. They did very well. I did not do a good job up trading into the big dryad push, and I think that's what is gonna do me in. Do I win on a 1 cap? 400 points. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough. Whoa, man, what a fight. But yeah, they done did it. Some very good dodges with the Lord at the beginning too. Usually, you know, with a couple Tempests you'd be able to kill him, but yeah, Lore of Life value for sure. Giving him the big value. Can I... Oh, there's a big net. Yo, honestly, this Lord living was huge. I spent a lot of resources focusing. GG, well played. GG, well played. Dang. Clearly I'm a bit rusty, but I think they played it very well. Okay, so we got some Jezzails. So this is a very defensive start for the Skaven. What I can do, I can line of sight those Jezzails. Interesting, we got some Globadiers. We have a lot of Globadiers. Okay. So this is quite weapon team heavy. I think what we want is some of this. We don't have a lot of air nets, I'm noticing. That'll be pretty good for me. Yeah, I just have to be a little careful around the Globadiers is all. Or we just don't engage. We just back it up. Who needs to fight? One piece is an option. So what are you gonna do? I want him to push up onto this point so that we can actually get in. I also do not want them to get too many summons in. I have to be careful because I'm taking a lot of damage. Oh wait, it's triple Jezzail, bro. Wait, this is triple Jezzail. I should totally just go in. Eldarian's getting hit a little bit though. He has to be a little wary. But yeah, this is just straight up a triple Jezzail build. No real point waiting. We just kind of need to get in there. Where's the caster though? Surely there's some foul magic. It's an assassin. Okay. Sure. Well, the middle pocket has been left open. They're gonna hit up one unit of cavalry over there, but Eldarian is in. And we're gonna see what we can get done now that we are in the cookie jar. I certainly have a lot of cavalry, and Eldarian's Chad. But if I don't play this out just right, this can go quite badly for me. It's all about getting onto the weapon teams. And hopefully stalling this point from being captured. Soon as the weapon teams are down, though, life's going to be pretty rough. There goes one of them. Very nice. Eldarian can go ahead and heal up. And they're going to get 1 point, but that's not too bad. Generally speaking, I just have to not lose all my cavalry doing this. There's certainly a lot that they can get done on me if I'm not careful. I do barely hold on to this point, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we've already broken their formation, which is the most important thing. Those Jezzails and such are going to be running for the next little while. A couple dogs get summoned in. That's not too bad, though. Eldarian can obviously outduel a couple of rad ogres. For sure. We have Oceanids here, and I think this is just the beginning of the end of the Skaven. Even though the trading is about even, Skaven just hate it when their formation is broken. There's very little that can be done at that point. That barrage is going to be nasty. And if I just keep spamming Cav and shutting down everything, I think we're fine. It's a big overcast from that little dude here, but he actually accidentally hits some larger targets. Very unfortunate for him, but that's what happens. Jezzail's a dead. Globadier is doing their best. But the center is still holding very strong, and I don't think I'm gonna lose the center anytime soon. Though I am losing a lot of cavalry. I have to be very careful that I don't just run out of stuff. But the weapon teams are dead. That's a nasty charge. That's actually a huge charge. Potentially a chain route situation if we're lucky. Eldarian has killed off the rat ogres. Route ogres, as they are often called. Eldarian. Yeah, he's definitely going to need to pump some heals on his face, but he will live. Thankfully. And dang, there's an assassin here too. Okay. So my dear opponent certainly has a lot of stuff, but will it be enough? Wolf rats are not the greatest. They do route very easily. Oceanids are still grinding, and there's almost nothing that can kill them since the formation is so tattered. There goes Eldarian. Doing great. Let's just pop another heal. He's going to use the trees to maybe dodge a shot. No, he gets hit, but he's totally fine. And the triple cap is still going. We do win on a 2 cap now. So if I wanted to, I could give up a point. I don't think I want to just yet, though. Because giving my opponent more time could lead to issues. There's a lot of spears over here that I gotta worry about. But they're still triple capped. And quite aggressively so, too. Rad ogres hopefully will get friendly fired. Let's get more cavalry. And now, what are you gonna do, Skaven? What are you gonna do now? I'm about to snipe your lord, as he is quite exposed. Some Jezzails do rally, but I don't think that's very many of them. And there's going to be a mad dash trying to get the points, but having your formation even more spread out as Skaven is definitely not where you want to be. The question is, will Altharion be able to get the job done? Well, he's certainly doing a lot of damage from the get-go. Oh, and another hit. Another giant hit on the Lord. There he goes, terror routing. And I think that's going to be it. Skaven formation is in complete tatters right now. I don't know if they're even going to get a single ticket this game. It's kind of funny because this game is not that one-sided. But they may very well get absolutely no tickets. That Lord is dead though, and with the Lord, there's not much hope left for the Skaven. Ocean is working out very well here, by the way. And this just goes to show, Skaven suck. Skaven are really bad. And there goes the Lord. Huzzah. Glorious. Oh my goodness, dude. The reason I say they suck is because he had the build for this and the formation. It's literally B6 is just being held back by the faction. You know, if I did the same thing versus like Empire, let's say, it would not be great for me. But there you go. That's how it would be. GG. Well, we got a branch wraith again. As long as I'm not getting cav rushed, I'm fine. It would be pretty funny though to just see like a million cav. Okay. She's fine. Just gonna take a pot shot. You're gonna see a dodge. Partial dodge. But not bad for me. She can heal up, so that's not a big deal. I think it's a very similar build to last time, so I am going to just spam archers this time. We're just gonna spam some archers. So those are glade riders. I need to find where the skirmishers are. They're all the way over there. Fine by me. They didn't capture the point. It's interesting. I think it's because they want me to go in and capture the point. Alright, fun. Can I catch the Deepwood Scouts though? So definitely I can go here. Then I can get a volley off there. Then a volley off once they start retreating. So that they're gonna get hit by something. Pretty painful indeed. And that's going to give me a slight advantage. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of a buff. Interesting. There's a Way Watchers over there. So she's going to be taking some big fat deeps. But I'm going to get a lot of volleys back. And now she can dodge. So I don't know if that was super worth. Yeah, okay, so he's going super hard on the Lord Snipe today. All right. I see how it is. Well, if she just keeps healing up, I think she'll be fine. Just keep getting getting the archers up. You can see it's a pretty big retreat on this end. That's good for me. And she's just gonna live. Focus on the living. Just have to play a little safe with the archers. Make sure they don't get blasted. It's a big volley, but we can dodge that. Very nice. Should be able to go over here. Alright, but where are your skirms at? There they are. So we got some Deepwood Scouts. Return fire! That's gonna be quite painful. Yep, that was a huge volley. And because I'm controlling so much space here, I should be able to punish these spears. Just by getting a big old sandwich on their faces. Should see a return fire maybe? No, no return fire. Oh, there they are. Should be pretty good. I certainly have a lot of range, that's for sure. We're just gonna back up. And here comes a big push. So if I can just make it where these guys don't get too much work done on me, I'll be okay. I should have a very big range advantage. Just a few units of cavalry here, just a few glade riders. The sniping is not going to kill this lady. And there go the dryads. Nice. So they're all dead. And I'm just going to save up for reavers on that front. Shock damage, very good for getting units to rout. I might be able to get a nasty volley on the Way Watchers too. Nice. And so far so good. Yeah, that's a big volley on the Way Watchers. All right, nice. Let's get these guys in guard mode. Get some more cavalry going. Very nice. And just keep up the retreat. I have to be careful. I still have to uptrade here. But I might have a little pocket where some cavalry can get in. Nah. He's gonna be ready for it. I can just kill off all the infantry though, I'm good. Let's keep getting cavalry. Oh, I actually miss-summoned a few units. As you can see, I'm going to get rushed by the cavalry now. A little unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Okay, nobody backs up. Actually, quite lucky for me then. I thought we were almost screwed. This is a triple cap situation though. But not a terrible one. I still have a lot of time. And value trading is real good for us. There you go, it's a routed dryad, nice. I should be able to finally get some cavalry in here. Let's kill off those dudes. A little bit of friendly fire, but still worth the murderage. And now this should be pretty bad. So now they're losing all their ranged. Very nice. I think we're fine. I think we're good. I don't even have to worry about my lord much anymore. She's fine. And not in any threat of being murdered. There go the spears. And now it's just a slow push forwards. With just a giant freaking range advantage. Very nice. Do have to be a little careful still. I have to make sure I don't lose all my cavalry and the like. But this is still good. Just have to capture the point is all. Just keep running. It is a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of cavalry that just got summoned in. That is rather a lot of cav. It's all fairly cheap cavalry though. I just have to make sure my little pocket here don't die. My boys are holding well though. Very nice. Couple spears are not a big issue. Those ones should rout very soon. Okay, yeah. Cavalry corps is holding, thank goodness. I just need to capture this point before I get screwed. I think if I do that, we're good. I have such an insane range advantage right now. It'll be very hard to come back. I did lose my lord though. That's a little dumb on my end, but it's okay. I will have this point, and I will have a second point. I have a stupendous amount of archers. And if I'm lucky, she comes back. But we're not entirely sure about that just yet. Oh no, they might have misplayed it. That would be great. Point is mine. She rallies. She was stealthed. Too invisible. Very nice. Okay, yeah, we got him. Boys, we got him. It took a little bit. And it was quite the sketchy battle all around. But we got him. Jeez, all right. Yeah, as long as I'm careful with my trades and I don't make any major misplays, we're good. This is indeed still very good for the high elves. Still a very pitched battle on both sides. But we just had that slightly better range advantage from being high elves. And that makes the big difference. Big routes all around. They're stuck summoning in just a bunch of infantry, which is not going to help them very much. And if I can get them to overextend, that'd be perfect. There's a lot of dryads being summoned in, I'm noticing. And they're good, don't get me wrong. But they are far from perfect here. And that's because once the numbers get a little too big. Ooh, good net. Once the numbers get a little too big, the dryads can't do that much. Let's just make sure you don't die, though. That would be so bad if I had her die. Ah, here we go. This is why we leave the reserve reavers to deal with stuff like this. That should be enough to just delete these poor wild riders. There's one big final push for my boys over here, but it shall not be enough.
Destiny sends me.
I should have too much cavalry and too much countercharging. Though I must say, those wild riders are holding up fairly well. These guys, though, much less so. And as soon as I get my little bit of cavalry here, I should be okay. And they definitely do not have enough cavalry to assault my infantry and also defend their units at the same time. And that's gonna be GG. Oh. Alright. Now, there's a few builds that can be a little scarier against this. Maybe some rushes, maybe the mortar maxing. But my goal today is to just dodge the mortars. Indeed, it is a lot of mortars. There is a Luther Harkin, though. It's going to make it hard for this guy to get in. But I have 2 threats against the mortars. We have a Burning Headcaster. And we also have the Oceanid Caster. And as long as I dodge, the mortars won't be able to do much. It's once the fighting gets started that it's a little scarier, but obviously this is not going to be a very strong rush. And let's see if they realize the threat of this guy. Luther Harkin is going to be, yeah, he's going to be beelining it towards him. He doesn't want me to summon Oceanids on his guys. It makes a lot of sense. But that may very well let me get some sick Burning Head plays. So what if? What if I just scoot in? What if I distract them a little bit? What if they're not looking? Oh no! Oh, look at this guy. Wait, those are carronades. Kind of crazy. Hopefully they're not looking. This is pretty hard to dodge. Ooh, big hit. That's a pretty nasty one. Oh, that's another pretty big hit. Jeez Louise. And the carronades too. They're not even mortars. One of them was a mortar. They're dead though. Yeah, that's what you do. The Mega Jabate. The Mega Jabate. Didn't see it coming. Honestly, it's pretty hard to see coming. But yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Because now what are you gonna do? You don't have a mortar anymore. Dude, that's actually so bad for my opponent. That is actually devastating. I don't know what he's supposed to do. Now, he has a lot of guns. Guns are not good for this situation, though. Yeah, this is just... Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at these poor guys. They're getting mulched. They're getting mega mulched. If dogs come in, I'll be fine. Let's get some more magic. The carronade I actually don't have to worry about very much. Someone's bomber bats. Okay. Foul bat's gonna be trying to get in. I have more magic though. You can see he's trying to push up. He's using the long formation. The long formation is not that good, by the way. In all situations. Because yeah, there's sick Burning Head plays. They also can't maneuver very well. It's just pain and suffering. This guy's never gonna want to play Vampire Coast and Tiles ever again. This is just so bad. This is so bad for him. Gonna have Oceanids on his guys in a second.
The most potent.
Look at this. There they go. Let's get the cavalry in. The zombies have finally made it. But they're not even blocking my archers fully. So there's the Oceanids cooking them up. I might as well shut down the carronade while we're at it. And Luther Harkin is retreated. Tail tucked between his legs.
Making my way.
Do I even need to sacrifice this cavalry? I might as well. They're just reavers. So if they kill off the carronade, I'm happy. We'll see what we can get done. I think the carronade, yeah, the carronade's dead now. Brutal. All right, nice. Yeah, carronade's down. Oh my goodness. This is devastating. This is just absolutely devastating, bro. Well, I guess I'll just, yeah, summon another one. These Oceanids don't give up. Oh, the carronades did live. A surprise, surprise. Let's kill them. That burning head should break their leadership, and then they'll crumble off of the artillery pieces, hopefully. This little pocket of undead is now swept up. Very nice. Yeah, there you go. That should get him now. If it doesn't, I'll just chuck another burning head. I am made out of magic. Silver Helm gonna have to sack its life, though, because I overcommitted with them accidentally. My bad. They actually make it there without taking too much deeps, though. Surprise, surprise. And here comes the big push. So the final push from my opponent is on its way. Animated Hulks are not that scary. They obviously take a lot of damage from archers. Is that a Buna? The guy has a Buna caster, dang. But yeah, animated Hulks are not too bad. You can bully them pretty well by just, yeah, shooting him with archers, charging him with cavalry. It's all real good. I can actually secure this point now if I really wanted to. Oceanids have finished the job. And those are just handgunner dudes. Yeah. This is very rough. I think this build, it definitely needs more mortars and fewer guns. Guns are super bad versus high elves, because they're just gonna supremely outrange you. They're gonna shoot them up. They're super expensive, so you don't really want to be losing them. It's just not a very pretty time. Here comes the deckhand resummon, though. My opponent does know that bringing in the deckhands is very good. But this is actually just a massacre. It's just, they just can't get to my archer line, man. Can I kill Luther? If I debuff him, Plague of Rust, he has 20 armor. Maybe we can kill the guy. I know just even a couple units of cavalry and a surround can do a lot of damage, but the guy's animations are absolutely insane. But how else are we to break this man's spirit than by getting the Lord snipe? Yeah, look at him go. Luther's dodging, man. Plague of Rust kind of having a difficult time. I swear, Lord sniping in this game can be very difficult sometimes. Also, this build needs more dogs. It definitely needs more dogs, fewer Hulks. Animated Hulks are not the bestest. Luther does survive the focus fire, though. Some very good Terrorgeist animation saving him. Maybe I should have used my archers to kill the zombie tide instead. Is it really needed, though? This is very... this is very one-sided, unfortunately. We just have an absurd lead here. And my opponent does tap out. Well, GG! Alright. If you are a hardcore multiplayer fan and you want to know more about the game and specific details rather than the more narrative content I'm doing on the main channel, you can go there. You might be wondering why it's a second channel. That's because sponsorships, the best performing videos have to be posted to this channel. It's how it be sometimes. Subbed. Thank you so much. Honestly, as soon as I can get that set up, then I can figure out how much I can pay my editors and such. Okay, that's a lot of blunderbusses. And we have some infernal castellans over here. So they can't really poke my guys too much. And I can get some free cycle charges on the infantry. That's a lot of shotguns. That is a lot of shotguns. Okay, so I gotta get my... Oh, forgot to use my abilities. Whoopsies. So I gotta set up for the Shem's Burning Gazes on these guys. It's the only way to make this work. I can just slow them down enough. We're good. It's gonna be a little bit of a charge. Just a light hokey poke. I'm gonna check out the Shems. And hopefully it lands well. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Eltharian's gonna have to back up though. So that's a good starter, Shems. So Chaos Dwarves can have a hard time on these giant maps actually getting in. They can struggle a little bit. Guns are posting up. They want to get some shots on me. Ouch. Focusing my caster now. Very smart. And if I get enough oceanage, we should be good. I can stall this point for quite some time too. Let's get another Shems. Let's get another oceanid. Only quarter damage, but that ain't too bad. And this is all about the capture points and stalling. We really just want to stall them out forever. Just keep stalling. Just think we got some skirms. It's gonna be very hard to get onto this point, but I gotta make sure I don't lose too many units in this dance. If I lose too many units, I can't retake this point later. And that would be very bad. Whoop. Don't want to let the guns shoot you. Gotta be super careful about those. Gonna get another Shems off. Just trying to be as annoying as possible. It's gonna be another sick ability. Very nice. Hopefully this charge lands true. I will be able to catch some of the skirms. That's quite nice. But yeah, can we get in here? That's a real question. Well, I'm gonna lose one caster. That's a little unfortunate. Eltharian's gonna get in though. He will be able to save her. I just have to be careful I don't lose everything. And right now I'm kind of biffing it. That trade was pretty bad for me. And yeah, now we're gonna have to dip. That was pretty bad. That was a bad fight. I shouldn't have stuck around there. Eltharian's kind of in an awkward position too. He's gonna get a pretty nice barrage there, but that was a little biffed. Caster is routed off again. Brutal. But if I can kill off enough guns, maybe I can kill off these dudes with Eltharian. It's a non-zero chance. Oh crap, I didn't rally these guys properly. Is she gone? She might be gone. Eltharian's taking a lot of damage too. He's gotta be real careful. But at least the guns are mostly in an awkward position. She rallies, hell yeah. Okay, this ain't too bad actually. I got the Oceanids over here. I just gotta get to the point where a double cap wins it for me. That's really the only thing that matters here at this point. So I can just stall them from getting this point and then hold the capture points for a long enough time. We're good. He chucks out a final transmutation. That is okay. As long as Eltharian lives, we're good. Very nice. We do still have a bunch of Oceanids. Okay, nice. Very nice. Okay, so Eltharian's gonna live. Chaos Dwarf push is fairly slow. This strategy is only doable, by the way, because of the giant map. But that is by design. We're kind of just hoping that My opponent is just not ready for me to play so hard to the map. Oceanids will do really well here, by the way. And I think we do win on a 1 cap now. But I, like, really don't have any units. I have, like, effectively nothing. So that's going to be a little tricksy. Fairly decent charge over there, at least. Going pretty well. How many guns are here? Good amount of guns. Can I jump them with the Oceanids, though? They are quite exposed. Yeah, and they're not pivoted to shut down my guys. So maybe I could actually get a fairly nice collapse in here on them. And then if I shut them down, well, that's just going to be very nasty. I just need to actually shut them down. But yeah, they're kind of the main staging point for my opponent. Ah, crap. Lost my caster. That's a bit of an oopsies. I will be able to jump the range, though. Oceanids are good for this. Very nice. Maybe a bit of an overextension on my opponent's part. Very, very nice. I should be able to take this point. Very good. Now we have a bit of a mosh pit, which I don't think they like very much. Especially with Eltharion coming in here. The Oceanids being so good at melee. I will have to make sure Eltharion doesn't die. And that's going to be a nasty, nasty, fat final transmutation. Is that an overcast? Oh, crap. That's not good. Eltharion's pretty Chadley, though. He's pretty Chadley. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he gets a heal off. But my opponent gets the middle point. It's a little awkward. But Eltharion may come back. I should be able to recapture, too. I did kind of lose the point. But the Oceanids are in the fight. They're doing well. We'll see how this goes. Oh, he rallies. 2 leadership. Okay, pretty high. I will have to deal with some Kadai, though. Kadai are real nasty. But I will be able to get on the point, at least. Eltharion shall be able to survive. To live another day and to heal cap himself. This boy doesn't need it. We gotta hold on to this last point for another, like, 5 minutes. This is good, though. This is good. At least it is not a devastating situation. Especially if we can get the point back. But I am very rapidly running out of units. Now we are able to secure this position decently. And I should be able to recapture the point, which will put more time pressure on my opponent. Honestly, if I hadn't lost it, I think we would be in an amazing position. But this is still a fairly good position. Surprisingly enough, this is actually a decent position. As long as we don't lose the point, I will be okay. And I can draw the Kadai far and away from the capture point. Gotta remember, the guns are just miles away. The guns won't be able to do much, and that means that if I just keep grinding with Eltharion, well, I can actually start getting some value back. That's a pretty bad charge on my end, though. Let's see if we can sub out the cavalry. It's all about not losing the point, first and foremost. You can see he's brought in the Kadai to try and hold it. But I am made out of cavalry. I am cavalry man. That Lord is looking pretty beat up too. You'll love to see it. Okay, nice. Eltharion doing pretty well. He can heal himself up. Hopefully win this cav fight over here. And I just need to stall forever. Yeah, I think that's about it. I just need to stall forever. More cavalry. We're at like the 5-minute mark now, though. He will be able to get a pretty nice barrage over here, at least. Actually, quite an amazing barrage. There we go. That's gonna murder a bunch of dudes. But now I'm gonna have to hold on to this last one. So how much time do I have? Honestly, not a whole lot of time. And these Kadai are very fast. But Eltharion is still alive. Which is the most important thing. And can the Chaos Dwarves hold on to all the points at the same time? It'll be difficult. Altharian's just a beast. He's just grinding the cavalry here. Just exactly what I need. And the dwarves are not very fast, so maybe I can resummon the metal caster too, and maybe just surround the Kadai and get them killed. It's just a lot of mobility here, but not much else. Got Altharian in here. Have to be real careful that he doesn't just murder himself. That Oceanit's holding out surprisingly well, though, I must say. But yeah, my opponent knows that he can just play it safe. Oh my gosh, dude, those Castellans are murdering Altharian, though. He has to really dodge it up. It's a pretty good barrage, though. I can line of sight the Castellans and maybe get out of range. This is not bad. He gets a final transmutation, though. Upgrade it again? Oh, that's not good. Okay, so Altharian's dead. Altharian's a goner. He served well for the cause. Okay, alright. That's okay. That's okay, I didn't need him. I just have to kill this one Kadai. Oh boy, that's a big fat route. It's a big fat route. I don't know how I feel about that. If I do hold for another like 2 minutes though, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. I win on a 1 cap. I don't know why he's not beelining it to the point right now. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. Maybe I can kill this Kadai unit though. You gotta remember, I do have the Plague of Rust. And if I can kill one of them, that would be good. Okay, we've pulled them apart fairly well. We're gonna get a decent cav charge on them. Caster's doing our best. Okay, this is an okay charge. I have to hold for 100 seconds. That is a long amount of time. This is a very uncomfortably long amount of time. Plague of Rust did not do very much there either, mind you. Now, these are monstrous infantry. They don't have that much capture weight. 100 seconds is a lot, though. 100 seconds is a fat amount of time. Dude, if I didn't take this initial fight so aggressively, I think we would actually be okay. What I can do, though, is I can abandon the point. 80 seconds. 80 seconds. I think I have to go for it. I think I have to go for the other point. I don't think I can hold this for 80 seconds. I think he barely gets it. Oh, wait. Oh, he's falling for the bait. He thinks I want to go for this point because I summoned a unit, but I'm faster than him. His Kadai are too far. Did he misplay? I think he might have actually just super misplayed. Yes! Yes, he's still going. Scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs special. Fell asleep at the wheel. Oh my gosh. Get bamboozled. Get absolutely bamboozled, son. Oh my gosh. He fell for it. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Oh no. Oh, they ain't getting capture weight no more. I am the one with the capture weight now. Haha. I just got a caster to hold, but 9 seconds? Look at these dwarves. Look, they're trying to get here. Scrub lords, get knocked back, son. Yeah, you ain't coming here. This is my point. Ah, hell yeah. Dude, I thought I was dead. I thought I was so dead. Oh, that's hilarious. Chaos dwarves, sometimes they suffer the same fate as normal dwarves. Dude, he's super screwed up. He's super goofed.